Okay, welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode number 85. We heard review episodes 41 to 44 of Juspion. Yes, we're almost done. The very next one will be the last one. Last time discussing Juspion, and moving on to my next Metal Heroes series, which I'm going to review it now because the next episode is definitely going to be the last one. The next Metal Heroes series I'm going to do, one times a few other series, is going to be Jiraiya. Yes, the ninja one. Which also happened to be the final show under the Showa era banner. You're like, really? Yeah, the Showa era for Metal Heroes was only 7 shows. Compared to, like, Sentai and Kamen Rider, a little bit longer. Like, those two had, like, a little over 10. This one had 7. Which, of the 4 I reviewed, this one had the shortest amount. I think probably the one that had the most, probably Ultraman. Yes. So, in the case of these 4 episodes, well, here's kind of what happens. In 41, basically, we have where in the third appearance by the witch, she's asked, like, why exactly did you come here? Oh, I'm here to kill Juspion. And they figured the idea, why not just bring in a bounty named Tiger Joe to kill him, who happens to be an old friend of Juspion's. Of course, they meet him in the episode. He's a very nice guy. He's only here for this one episode. Well, apparently became very furious about knows Tiger Joe, but he later gave it up to raise orphans. And then he's manipulated by, bad guys to basically deal with, Juspion. We're also, sadly introduced to the final, the penultimate monster of the entire, Mega Beast, You mean? Yeah, we're also introduced to the penultimate one, Defteron. But the way they spoke the episode, I thought was Destron, which I'm like, wait a minute, did the subbers mistake this monster for the villain organization from V3? Bro, Comrade V3? Maybe. It's a really interesting fight. We see basically Tiger Joe, where he has an outfit very similar to Matt Gallant, except we see his face, and he uses a sword and gun. Pretty interesting fight, and the fight kind of ends in a draw. Well, I'm going to call it a draw because we don't have a decisive conclusion with this one. The Monster is defeated, and also in this episode, this also is the first episode where none of the Space Ninjas are killed. None. Because in the previous episodes, we killed one at a time. Not the case in this episode. Oh no, this is the only one where the Space Ninjas actually appear, and none of them get killed off here. None. That's not the case for the very next episode of the series, where this one is quite interesting. This one does bring back a previous Mega Beast who got rebuilt. Pardon. Yeah, he got rebuilt and was brought back here. Because the whole thing of this one is basically trying to turn Earth into a fortress and kidnapping these weird alien creatures to do it. And, one of them happens to be meeting this kid named Hiroshi, who, when Jasmine sees him, it just by sheer coincidence, she just happened to run into the kid, who just happens to be the 4th child he's looking for. Just by sheer coincidence. It's a good bond moment between the kid and the aliens. Eventually do defeat, basically. Now, there's no Mega Beast this episode, surprisingly. You're like, really? Yeah, really. The biggest thing with this one is that, the last 2 Space Ninjas are killed off. Yep. Not only that. Yeah. Where Ka and Pao, where Ka is basically a frickin' meteorite, and Fu is a frickin' cannon. Now, Kai is the only one actually not killed by the Cosmic Harley. Nope. He is killed by simply just shooting it. Bam. Done. Because he's a frickin' meteor. He's a rock. And the other one's basically just a wind cannon. And with that, the Space Ninjas are done. What exactly was the purpose of these characters? Be cannon fodder for yeah, the whole purpose of these guys is just be cannon fodder for Juspion. They have no personality. It just that they have 5 elements. Really, these are pointless characters. Just, oh, we got no one killed off. Okay. And just more people for Jaspion to kill. But then, of course, even after that's done, we have more stuff happening this episode. Like, yes, so that's what happens in 42. 42, they killed off just Miku, who's basically just some guy in bandages. Yeah, but the other two are killed for the next episode. But the very next episode, like I said, does not feature any Mega Beast. Oh no, the whole thing is when Jasmine looking for the fifth child. He gives the piece to this little girl he thinks is the fifth one, but really she's not. And the whole thing is she's basically auditioning to become part of a musical for Alice in Wonderland, and the prize for it is like 1,000,000 yen. Okay, they'll take care of basically if father damages his injury that he got, which apparently is a broken arm. What exactly he did for a living is not specifically stated. I mean, he's got a nice looking backyard with these all nice chairs. I'm thinking he must have been an artist, possibly, but they don't really say. But the reason why that... Oh, by the way, the whole thing to play, it's actually a setup for a child blood sacrifice to have Satan Garth become Super Satan Garth. Him shedding that form he's had since episode 1, which does happen this episode. Yes, it also introduces something that's there for the remainder of the series. We'll get to that. So... Jasmine spends time finding this girl, and eventually he does find her, and she's wearing a weird dress. She's like, why am I wearing this dress for? Like, she's at least not stupid. So, then she's about to be sacrificed. Oh, by the way, Gazelle, who's actually a sorceress, she's ordered to basically perform the ceremony. She's like, no problem. Yeah, she doesn't question it, because she is a sorceress. She does know ceremonies like this, so of course, basically, she did. It's almost like she's kept there to be the high priest. And by the way, here's something interesting though. For people who fail in this series, is anybody punished? No, Saint Garth does not punish anybody for failing. Which, that's been a common trope that's been there. And it's happened in Sentai. This happened in Kamen Rider, where of course they get chastised a lot for failing. That's throwing energy beams at them. The War of the Empire, the very next series, this did happen. Metalder kind of did, but this one, no. Nobody gets punished. They get I think that maybe one. I think Gazelle gets yelled at once, but aside from that, no one gets punished. I'm like, really? I guess basically whatever. Yeah. So even if the child sacrifices stop, Satan Garth was able to finally ever shed that really cool form he had since episode 1. And now it's this demonic creature, which can't summon down because basically he's in the Satan Garth zone. Which somebody just introduced episode 43, which is the whole thing of like a special dimension type of thing. That's a carryover from the previous series. But I'm like, you introduce this new concept in the fourth to last episode, which by the way they brought back in a movie, which I'll discuss that later on. But it's kind of odd, though he's able to get away from him by he can't summon down because the special dimension. Despite the fact in the previous series he can summon ships. I guess the Saint Garth zone works differently than the other zones they have from the previous series, possibly. So he's able to basically get away from him by erupting his soul tank that's on his back. But say we transfer no problem. And then the very next episode, we get weird stuff happening here. So Tokyo starts turning into a jungle. Because, of course, now Saint Garth is basically shed his form. He's going to basically build his Mega Beast Empire. Which, this episode sadly introduced the final Mega Beast scene in the entire series. Though they bring back others. Yes. Believe it or not, there are others that they bring back here. So the Mega Beast they bring back here. Let's see. I remember seeing from watching the episode. Gyogon from episode 6. He comes back here. Which I'm kind of surprised they brought this creature back. Let's see. I think with Dagos as well. I know they'll back a few, but this episode does feature the final ever one seen in the series, which is basically Begos. Yeah, the final one. Yep, so also this episode, still looking for the 5th child, but doesn't find him at the end of the episode. It's just that, well, when Juspion, he has to beat the last Mega Beast, not with his own robot this time. He can't, because the special bear prevents him from coming through, so he has to beat him with special moves with his sword. And also the 4 of the 5 chosen kids basically show up to try to help him, try to use Goba, but they can't, but it doesn't work because all 5 of them are not there. So then, of course, basically, like, he ends up saving them. Of course, there's this weird special effect in the episode where we have the Gemma Tank show up, and it's like this quarter of the screen, like, that's a terrible looking special effect. Like, oh, there it is. This weird side angle. It's like, what? It's like a piece of, it looks like a piece of cardboard. This popped up there. Like, the special effects have been really good this whole series. And that one special effect, oh my gosh. It looked terrible. Like, my gosh. I've never seen a special effect in this series look this bad. So after he beats the beast, and, like, he still has to look for the final one. By the way, we don't see the actual piece of the Galactic Bible was given to the girl in episode 43. Did it get back at some point? Presumably, anyways. But one of the cool episodes, and almost forgot. The last 2 Demon Kings are killed off in episode 44, where the 2 girls, which are Sao and Miku, Brima and Gadru, which apparently these 2 are 2 halves of this one wolf creature, which Juspion kills in the episode, and that kills them both. Thus, pretty much basically at this point, all 4 evil Demon Kings are all dead. Yeah, basically, Mad Galleons, all 4 of her generals all dead. Yep, they all introduced back in episode 13. The first one, who was the leader of the group, he got killed off in episode 15. Zaba got killed off in episode 18, probably 3 episodes later. And then, like, I guess they probably figured out, oh crap, let's not kill off these other 2 quickly. Let's keep the other 2 around, but just be bodyguards for Mac Gallant. And then they're up until episode 44, the 3rd to last episode of the whole series. It's surprising how long these 2 lasted for. So, with those 2 gone, which means the only villains we have left, it's just Satan Garth himself, his dick of a son, Gormazba, and the Grunts. That's it, because all the other characters are virtually gone. Like, all the evil characters are virtually eliminated at this point. There's no Mega Beast. Yeah, 45 doesn't have Mega Beast. Well, technically, you could thank Garth as Mega Beast, but technically, there's no new ones. Not really, no. But yeah, next time, I will be discussing the final 2 episodes. And put this behind me and then go on to watch King Anger. Yep, that's going to watch next for Tokusatsu stuff. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this like button. Well, I'm going to do my comment corners later because I'm going to be going soon. So I will see you in the next video, which will be the final 2 episodes of Juspion plus one of my 2 comment corners. Okay, next video. Bye.